founder of the Gaither Vocal Band and the Gaither Gospel Series. You have almost 100 DVDs to your name, and that's fairly impressive. But we are here to talk about the Gaither Vocal Band. May 1st, or March 1st, I should say, you brought down an announcement. Tell us a little bit about what's going on with the vocal band, Bill.
Yes, it originated, Kevin, back in 82, 83, 84. And as you know, we've had just stellar singers with us pretty much from the beginning, starting with Steve Green and Gary McSpadden. And then Michael English came along, an unbelievable vocalist. When he left, Buddy, and I'm gonna miss some names here, but Buddy Mullins came, and Jonathan came, and then somewhere along the way, John Moore came in, Jimmy Murray sang tenor with us for a while, and then Guy Penrod came along. People loved Guy, still love Guy. Larnell Harris was with us. I mean, it's a who's who as far as great singers. Russ Tapp was with us for a while. David came about 20 years ago and then was out for a couple, 3 years, and then has been with us for the last 5 or 6 years. And after Christmas this year, he told me, he said, "You know what, Bill, I probably better find a way to exit sometime this spring." And so I said, well, I knew this was coming, mainly because his solo work is getting pretty heavy, and the demands there are pretty heavy. And my job has always been quality control. You don't replace a Guy Penrod. You don't replace a Michael English. You don't replace a Mark Lowry. You just do something different and go some other direction. And and David, of course, will really be missed. But at the same time, Reggie has been with the group on several different occasions and has sung with us. Reggie Smith probably knows more of what we're doing than anybody else out there. And so when this one came up, we didn't even open it up for auditions. We just simply said, Reggie, you're the guy. Come in. We know that you can do this. At the same time, Wes has gotten much stronger. And then Adam Crabb, who was part of the Crabb family and is still part of the Crabb family, has become a great second tenor. And people love what he's doing. And then Todd Suttles has brought a new energy to the group. My job has been to make sure that when we make the changes, the people who have always bought tickets to our concerts are not disappointed. And will say, well, we were disappointed when we heard that Michael wasn't going to be here, or the Guy was not going to be here, or that Jimmy Murray or Larnell was not going to be here. But you always seem to find a way to razzle and dazzle us and do something else, and the quality is still good. My job is to make sure the quality stays up good.
Well, you've always built that trust. I remember as a young kid listening to the trio, and when Danny originally left, I thought there's no way you can replace him. Then you get Gary McSpadden, and the list goes on. And people hear that David Phelps isn't going to be with you anymore. Sometimes they go, "Oh no." But Reggie is not an oh no. Reggie's been with you. He sang with you before. I mean, he's been a part of the Gaither Homecoming family for years. I'm excited to hear the new sound that you're going to have and how that will get tweaked. Will there be many sound changes as you introduce Reggie as a full-time member of the vocal band?
Kevin, there are always sound changes. and we've been rehearsing with him, and he went out with us one weekend. And David was there to help him. I mean, David would go out front on our sound checks, and he was acting as a producer. And the great thing about the vocal band is that every ex-member is still a close friend of mine and has stayed very, very close. I mean, I talked with Guy. I just talked to Mark Lowry this morning, and he said, I can't wait to hear the new group with Red. It's a crazy thing. That doesn't always happen. No. And especially it doesn't happen in the secular field. I mean, it's like trying to get Simon and Garfunkel back together again. That ain't going to happen.
It ain't going to happen.
But with this bunch, they are never an ex-member. In fact, David couldn't do Cliff Barrow's funeral, so I called Larnell Harris. He said, I'd love to help you. It was great singing with Larnell again. We had to do the anthem the other night at the Pacer game, and David was tied up. I said, Larnell, I know he loves basketball, so he came up, did it. Nobody even knew the difference, you know what I mean? Because he's just such a great singer. We've had that kind of relationship, and I'm so glad. I don't have a better friend than Russ Taff. You know, I don't have a better friend than Larnell Harris. Don't have a better friend than Guy and Michael. I mean, we all stay. It's a real close-knit fraternity. And there are times when we work together. There are times when we don't work together, but it has nothing to do with our friendship.
You have built a family. I've been fortunate enough to be on the stage with you guys and toured with some of these guys. I've seen how you have created a family, and we are incredibly excited to hear this new group. I love Reggie. I love what he brings, and I know Canada is going to embrace you guys when you come back. Bill, thank you for doing this. Thank you for just spurring people on and encouraging and inspiring us. We love your music and we love you, and we just want to say thank you so much for doing this, and we wish you all the best. Looking forward to seeing you up in Canada very soon.
You are so kind, Kevin, and let me say this to your listeners. Kevin Pauls is one of the finest young vocalists that we know anywhere, and it's always a joy to be with you, Kevin.
Thank you, Bill. We'll see you soon.